thrill of the ride. That simple statement explains exactly why I've always loved motorcycles and why I've always dreamed of owning a motorcycle. When I was a kid, my father owned a motorcycle, and we would take long trips throughout the city. With no destination in mind, we rode simply for the thrill. And I've continued that passion to today. There are 3 reasons why I own a motorcycle. The first being that riding enhances all 5 senses. The second being that riding is always an adventure, no matter where you're going. And the final point is that riding is a thrill, plain and simple. Riding a motorcycle enhances all 5 senses. Robert Pirsig said it best in The Art and Zen of Motorcycle Maintenance. He said, while riding a bike, you're in the scene. You're not just watching it anymore, and the sense of presence is overwhelming. I do most of my riding commuting. I live at 89th of Ward Parkway, and I work downtown in H&R Block. So my commute takes me through Old Brookside neighborhood, Old Hyde Park, into Hospital Hill, and then finally into downtown. And I take this commute for 2 reasons. The first being that it's the quickest. But most importantly, this ride is the most enjoyable because of all the fluctuations of the road. Going through Brookside, Hyde Park, Hospital Hill. That is the best ride that I can take to get to work. And through this ride, I can experience all 5 senses. I can feel the road. I can feel the vibration of the motorcycle through my hands as it works its way through the engine, through the frame, and eventually through the handlebars into my hands. And after a long ride, I can feel the vibration, it makes my hands tingle. And I can feel all the road's potholes in my boots. I can also hear the sounds of the city. I can hear the exhaust of my bike, the exhaust from all the other vehicles. Something that I normally don't hear while riding in a car because I'm normally listening to the radio. I can also see the city, things that I don't see while driving. On a bike, there are no visual obstructions. There is no roof, there's no windshield, there's no dashboard, there's definitely not a radio. I can see everything around me. I have full peripheral vision. I can also smell the city, for good and bad. I can smell that exhaust. I can smell that morning coffee, the morning dew. I can smell that fresh cut grass. I can also taste the city. Again, I can taste that exhaust, and I can taste the sweat from my brow because of the hot summer sun. And as I've made it through Kansas City, through my journey downtown, I've really experienced all 5 senses and everything that the city has to offer. Riding a motorcycle also provides an adventure every single time I'm riding. Although most of my riding is commuting, I see the same people, the same sights, and the same roads every day. But every time it's different. Sometimes I can relax, just enjoy the ride, while other times I have to be particularly cautious with other drivers. I have not been able to figure it out. Sometimes people just don't see me, don't know what I'm doing. Although we see each other every day, something is always different. Riding a bike is also an adventure. I can take it to a jaunt throughout the city. I can just, again, same thing with my dad. Just take it on a ride with no place in mind. I can go throughout the southeast Kansas City area, go through Swope Park, go through around the zoo, go around Heart of America Golf Course. And that is my favorite destination because it's out there by myself, perfect roads, nice shade from all those trees. I can even rent a motorcycle through multiple parts of the country. I could go up to California, rent a bike, and take it through the Pacific Coast Highway. I could go to the Florida coast and ride along the coast. Or I could go with my dad up to Wisconsin and ride those backcountry roads. Riding a motorcycle is also a thrill. Richard Pryor said it best. He said, if I wasn't scared, there's something wrong because it's that thrill that's scary. And on a bike, every movement is as important as the next. There are no distractions, there are no obstructions. On a car, you have the airbags, the seat belt, the dashboard, the steering wheel. On a motorcycle, there are no items like this. Every item is important. And as I take my commute to High Park, with its fluctuating elevations and constantly steering the bike, I get to the most curves in the road, and I countersteer the bike, turn into the handlebars, and lean to that corner. And as I lean, I go further and further onto the side of the tires, constantly feeling like I'm going to fall off, tip the bike. For some reason, it hangs on, it does not tip over. And this is the fear that provides the thrill, and the thrill that keeps me coming back for more. And these are the 3 reasons why I love motorcycles and why I will always continue to own a motorcycle.